Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody watching this video and on my website. This is Steve at stevephoto.com. I'm here today with the Sony NEX5 camera. I just posted the review to my website with my thoughts on the 3 and the 5. But the 5's here, it's the more beautiful of the two. It's smaller than the 3. It's got a nice metal construction, whereas the 3 is plastic. It's got a nice grip. The LCD on the 3 and the 5 both extend out. But today I want to go over the menu system of the NEX5. This is where everybody has their complaints about the camera. So basically, there is no dial on. There's some dials on it. You have a movie button here that records 1080i HD video on the 5. On the 3 you have 720. You have your power button. You have a play button to play back your videos and your pictures. You have your little jog dial here that controls your movements on the menu, as well as you could bring up the display options, exposure compensation, flash settings, self-timer, and drive mode. But say you want to go into and choose the mode. You have a virtual dial here. Instead of having one up here, you can choose your aperture priority here, program mode, intelligent auto, which for point and shoot people, just set it to intelligent auto and you're good to go. Scene modes, anti-motion blur, panorama. The sweep panorama mode is really cool because you take it and you just sweep the camera from left to right and it automatically stitches a panorama for you, panoramic, and manual and shutter priority. So that's how you change the shooting mode. To go into the menu, you go in there and actually you press the menu button. Now I'm in the camera menu. You have your drive mode, your autofocus, manual focus, select your autofocus area and points. You want single autofocus or continuous. You got face detection, smile shutter, smile detection. So not only do you have face detection these days, you have smile detection. So if someone smiles, it knows that they're smiling and it takes the shot when they smile. Pretty interesting. Image size, you have choices of image size, large, medium, and small. 3.5 megapixels for small. 14 megapixels for large. This is a 14 megapixel camera. Aspect ratio 3:2 or 16:9, so you can do widescreen. And you have your quality, which is fine or standard, and RAW and JPEG or just RAW. As of this video, there's not much RAW support for the camera yet, but there will be. File format for video, AVCHD or MP4, and your video image size, which is set to 1080i automatically. Your brightness and color menu, we will go into that. You have your exposure compensation, your ISO, which I have set to auto, and this goes up to 12,800 ISO, which is pretty incredible for a compact camera. I won't say that it's usable at 12,000, but I have seen ISO 6400 shots that were fairly clean. Auto high definition pictures, which HDR. Creative style, this is where you choose your portrait, landscape, your sunset, which gives a nice warm glow. Black and white or standard. And let's go on to the next. Playback menu. Here's where you can delete, slideshow, image index, rotate, protect, enlarge the image, etc. And finally the setup menu. AF Illuminator, which is a AF shoots out some light so the camera can AF if you're in a dark area. Auto review, it will display the captured image right after you take it if you turn that on. Grid lines, if you want some grid lines on to help you with composition, you just turn those on. Histogram, you can have a live histogram. Manual focus assist, if you have it on manual focus, say you have an old Leica lens on it, you can turn the focus, the screen will blow up and help you with the focus. Pick your color space, steady shot on or off. This lens has steady shot, the 16 millimeter does not. Long exposure noise reduction, I have that on. High ISO noise reduction is on auto. Movie audio record, of course if you're recording movies you want audio. Date and time settings, etc, etc. LCD brightness. Your HDMI settings, because this has an HDMI port. And what else do we have here? Format the file card, or format the memory card, I'm sorry. And you can even display your card space. So this camera actually has a lot going for it in the menu system. You can press this button down here and it will bring up some shooting tips if you're a newbie or an amateur and you want to learn some stuff, but you can also deactivate that so that doesn't keep popping up. Also, the next, let me show you where the flash goes. Okay, here's the top of the NEX5. I want to show you where the flash goes. I showed you this on the NEX3 video. It goes on top here, and it's kind of a cumbersome attachment. I don't really like it, but for those who want to use flash, it's cool that Sony actually provided it. So that was really cool. It's a handsome camera, like I said. It's all metal, it feels good in the hand. The only things that I really don't care about is the menu system and the lenses. The lenses look cool, but they're a little soft, but they still do the job. And for the money, Sony created a really unique camera. I like just the way it feels, and it's small, and the autofocus is really fast. It's not always 100% accurate, but it's fast. Now people are going to ask, is this a better choice than Micro Four Thirds, like a GF1 or EP2, EPL1? It's all personal preference. Some will take the Sony any day because of the larger sensor. Others will take the Olympus and the Pani because they're more established, have better lenses, etc. I'm filming this with the EP2 right now, actually, and I like the EP2 a lot. It has its drawbacks as far as noise goes and dynamic range, where the larger sensor of the Sony has more potential. So if I was buying today, it would be a tough choice. As much as I like the NEX5, it's far from perfect. I've grown comfortable with my Olympus EP2 as a walk-around camera. And I keep that on hand for the video, and I use my Leica X1 for my more serious photos. So I like to have a camera on hand that does video, and I have to say the Sony's video is better than the Olympus EP2. The autofocus is smooth and quiet, and the quality is outstanding. So if I had to choose today, I might actually buy the NEX5 and just hope for better lenses and the adapters where you can use your Leica glass. So look at the review online. You'll see everything up there, and lots of pictures, lots of real-world samples. Hope you enjoy it, and always check back to stevehufpphoto.com. Bye!